event Hackala, and we have collaborated with Kalamint team here to organize this event. Before we start with this event, I would like to welcome Mr. Om Malviya, President of Tezos India, to say a few words with all of you. Welcome, Om. Om, you are on mute.
All right. Hi, everyone. First of all, excuse me because I didn't set up the angle and everything. I'm in a co-working space. But yeah, I'm really happy to, collaborate that Teos India has collaborated with Kalamint and, to basically formulate this hackathon and give an opportunity to all of you guys who wants to get into Tezos, who wants to, build a career in the blockchain space and who wants to build cool stuff most importantly, right? So just an interesting story is that we Calamint is it's a one of the biggest NFT platform not only on Tezos but overall in the NFT marketplaces. It comes in the top 10, and it's an Indian platform which is also which is very great for us, and we are also very closely related with the Calamint team and their founders, right? So what I would encourage all of you guys to do is try to learn as much as you can, try to understand. I think Pradeep is in some time going to explain the problem statement. So this hackathon is one of its kind, and we are first time organizing this, and we will keep doing more of it. So here you don't have to look for ideas or go to Google or stuff like that, right? You have a problem statement and you have specific requirement that you need to build. Now if you build that stuff, this your direct entry to the space, in the blockchain space, in the Theos ecosystem. And there's also a lot of opportunities for you to get hired, get grants, and etc., etc. And other cool thing is, if you build really cool stuff, your solution or your project is going to get integrated into a project which is really large. If I'm saying it is one of the top 10, then uh, it already is a badge of honor for you. So I would just encourage you to listen carefully, and also those who are not present here, they can listen to this video or listen to what Pradeep and Sandeep has to share. What are the problem statements, and you can spread more words around your peers. That because as we know, this is going to be really cool experience for us, for you, and for Calamity. And I look forward to see what innovative solution you guys come up with. And if you have any doubts, any query, be it technical, non-technical, feel free to reach out to me. And we have wonderful team here with Purvi and Sneha. I'm sure they're going to assist you in the best way possible to get you going. Once again, thank you, Purvi, for having me. Thank you, Tejas India team. Thank you, Calamint team. And I wish you all of you fellows all the best. And I look forward to see who comes up with the most innovative, cool ideas. And I can't wait to shower offers to all of you, or maybe I think Calamity will already do that. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Om.
Thanks. Yeah, Sandeep. Thanks a lot, Om. Thank you so much for motivating our students here, and I'm sure that they're gonna create. I mean, the minute we were collaborating with Kalaman team, we know that we have like amazing developers on Tezos already, and one of the reasons we are conducting this hackathon, right, to get all of those good solutions, right? So without much further ado, I would like to invite Sandeep Sangli, co-founder of Calamint, to say a few words with all of you. Welcome, Sandeep.
Thanks, Purvi. Thank you, Om, for the kind words as well. Hello, everyone. Like Om was saying, there is a very interesting story around Calamint, simply how it started, right? I mean, I used to work with Tezos India Foundation last year, right? we worked very closely with worldwide teams who were onboarding Tezos and experimenting with Tezos. And at that point in time, Calamint just started as a proof of concept, um, an NFT platform proof of concept for Tezos. And as we built on top, smaller features, we started looking at what users may want. We started having some calls with some artists, and it gradually grew, and then finally it got funded, and an experiment became a product, right? So if you look at our journey, it's always been very experimentative, because the space itself is new, and we really don't know how the next 6 months or 1 year would span out in this space, right? What can come in, what new innovations come in. So we are always trying to figure out what the users would want and build around what user requirements are, right? So it's always a constant experimentation that happens at Kalam. So if you ask us what would you build in the next 6 months, we don't know, essentially, right? So it is like that because the market is evolving, use cases are evolving, NFTs themselves are evolving, the use cases for NFTs are evolving. So it's been a very big experiment, and we are very happy to be part of this really big experiment. And in the process, we have made some progress in terms of how we've helped certain artists actually live off their lives from the income from Calamint. So these are the things that gives us motivation to keep experimenting and building more. So having said that, I think the for us, the growth in the next 6 to 8 months or 1 year will come from things like what we're doing with you guys, right? For us, the way we look at it is that we don't really believe in a set or what do you say, a team that is internal, because end of the day we would want to become a DAO in about 8 to 10 months. And we do believe that the community building on top of our product is the best way to move forward. So this is a big deal for us, this event, right? Because this gives us our first steps into actually looking at what a DAO can be in the future, right? And how can we collaborate with people across the world who can come and build on top of what we have put as a platform. So this is a massive deal for us. This is again an experiment, and this is going to be a very important experiment for us as well. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for taking interest in Calamint, and thank you for being a part of this giant experiment.
Thank you so much, Sandeep, for sharing your experience with our participants here. I'm sure that it's very motivating for them as well. So before we move on to the schedule of the hackathon, I know that all of you are so keen and eager to understand that what it is about, right? So before moving on to that, I would like to invite Mr. Pradeep Atmaraman to take you through the problem statement of the hackathon. Pradeep?
Hey, Purvi. Sure. Hi. Hey, Purvi. Hey, Sandeep. First of all, I'd like to start off by saying that very glad that we're doing this with Tezos India. I mean, I just remember the first conversation I had with Purvi and Sneha just a couple of perhaps a week or two back. And when we said, I want to kind of see where we can do this because there's a lot of talent in here and we'd like to kind of leverage on that as much as possible. Just to kind of give you the expanse of where we are and what you're going to be doing. And as Sandeep said, why it is a vital component of us moving forward is that because we're just 6 months old today. Like we started off in end of March. And today we have around 105,000 unique users from across 192 countries. So there's not a country in the world which we have not touched. And we have around 100,000 artists and close to around $2.5 million in transactions just over the last 6 months. And we are actually a source of livelihood for a lot of artists, especially from developing countries. So we have a lot of users from Indonesia, Colombia, all of these countries where they actually depend on being an artist on Calamint and trying to live off that. They sustain their families through that. So what you're doing has a very, very real impact to an individual or a family, let's say in Colombia or Indonesia, wherever it is. It could even be India, right? Like, so we're all doing something like that. And I would just like to reiterate that any kind of help that you would need, wherever you're facing a roadblock, all of that, we are all there. And of course, the Tezos India Foundation would obviously be helping you. We'll also be helping you. We just want to kind of involve the community, because the entire NFT industry is nothing without the support of the community. And this is across everywhere. Okay, going back to the problem statement right now. Puri, do they have access to it, or do you want me to share my screen? I think you're on mute. You're on mute, Puri.
Sorry, I think it'll be great if you can share your screen, Pradeep.
I can do that. I can do that. I just have it in a Word file, so it's easier for me to share it. Can you just, you need to make me the host.
Sneha, can you do that?
Yeah, I'm just.
All right, I think I can see it now. Cool.
Yeah.
I am just going to start it off here. So this is just the text that's already there. So I'll just kind of go through it, and then I'll show it to you on the Calamint site itself for you to get a better sense of understanding. So number one, what we do is we are one of the only marketplaces where we store all the assets completely on chain. So we have absolutely no private servers or anything to kind of help us sort out or pull data from. So it would be everything is on the chain, and then that's where most of the information for you to kind of pull from comes in. So the use case here is we have an NFT play and earn game called Rocket Monsters. So right now they have around 250 assets sold on the platform, where the prices range from around 4 TES to around 1,000 TES. So that's around like $50 to around $7,000 is their expanse of their products that they kind of sell, and all of these are in-game assets. So they kind of buy it on Calamint and they can resell it or whatever, and then all the assets are going to be used in the game later. So right now, the first problem statement is that first solution that we are kind of looking at is they have a website of their own, and in the website they want to get a counter, a statistics counter, where they can see the total number of sales. They can see the total number of the volume in terms of how many pieces have they sold, what's the total the total pieces that they have sold, what is the total volume that they've sold, what's the average sale price, things like that. And also how many of these have been sold on the secondary market. Secondary market means basically you don't buy directly from the artist, you buy it from the first buyer. So let us say the artist is the game developer, I buy it and you buy it later. So that is the secondary market. You don't buy it directly from the artist. So that's the secondary market. So the game developers, Rocket Monsters in this case, also want to see how many of it is being collected, not from the artists or the developers themselves, but on the secondary market. Number two is that they would want to airdrop some assets to their, let's say, their one-of-one edition buyers or collectors of a particular piece. So how do we kind of make it easy for them? How can they see that? How can they kind of select something where they get only the one single edition pieces, and then they can just airdrop the assets to them? So this is basically the definition of the problem. What we are kind of looking at as a proposed solution, of course, you are absolutely free to do whatever you want with it as long as the problem is solved. But what we are proposing in terms of just giving a direction is something like this, where you kind of put in your wallet address, and all the statistics like primary, total, and royalties, etc., are received. I'll just share my screen and show you these two websites as well as to what we are looking for. And number two is the statistics for the Calamint website itself. This is kind of the easier fix is that you can just pull it from any of the test explorers, which is something a very crude form what we are running right now, which I'll be showing as well. So if that can be made more elegant, more usable, those are the kind of the two major things that we would we would have a lot of help in, and this will be the winning solution, or even if there are like multiple ones, uh, we are going to be integrating that into the main site itself. So what I mean by that is whatever you're actually helping us kind of create, we are just going to be using that. You can see your product literally on one of the biggest NFT marketplaces out there. So that's the that is what we're trying to achieve. Uh, Now I will just share the main screen, which is what I'll just give you an example. I hope everybody can see this. So I don't know if you all have seen the you have all seen the Calamint website or not, but if you're not, this is the home page. I'm literally pulling it from the internet. This is not a test site or anything. This is Rocket Monsters. So this is what we are trying to kind of provide solutions for, but these solutions will be used across the platform. It's not only for Rocket Monsters, but this is going to be the first use case. So for example, they have a 25 edition one here, and this is a game asset, and there are other game assets that you see here. This is one, and there are quite a few of these, and all of these are going to be used in a web game which will be released later. So right now what is happening, they are releasing these game assets, and buyers are picking it up, and all these prices you see here, these are all in the secondary market right now, because nothing is available on primary, everything is sold out. So this everything that you see here is a buyer who has already bought it and relisted it for sale, and people are buying this so that they want to kind of get into the game. So you see the game assets and everything in full flow here, right? So this is Rocket Monsters, and these are the people we are trying. This is the game that we are kind of trying to create a solution for, right? And so the next thing is what is Hikdex, right? So the biggest NFT platform on Tezos is called Hackathon. So this is just a direction for you guys on what we are kind of looking for, or something. I mean, not exactly, but this is a good reference point for you on how we can kind of work with it. So you see the object by ID, which means the token number of the particular asset, the price history of that, which is already available, which is, I can just give you an example, which is the price history is already available right now that we pull it. We just need to repull the same part into into a statistical format. So what you see here is it is listed for 350. So if it is bought, it will just show saying, okay, it is collected for 350 and relisted for 500, or whatever it is that they want to list. So that is the price history, and the statistics and all of that. We would, your latest sales is basically, I can just show it to you. Here you put in your Tezos wallet address, and you see all the transactions that happen only in respect to Hackathon. In this case, this is similar to what we want for Calamint. So all the transactions that happen on Calamint with that particular wallet address, the primary sales, the secondary sales, those are two important things that we would kind of need, and that would help the creators or the sellers to kind of figure out what is working well, what is not, and how to kind of align their marketing around it. This is Hikdex, which I've actually added in the problem statement itself, so you guys can see that. The second one, this is another example, which is this is called nftbiker.xyz, which is similar. So it's you see a live feed, you see the artist summary, an index status, object history, all of that, with and a wallet activity as well. So it is similar to what we are kind of what we are trying to achieve as well, which is essentially you put in your wallet address. Every interaction with Colament should kind of be able to see that, right? So these are the two examples of the solution number, I mean problem statement number one, which is we want to see, we want to give like an overall view of what is happening with the wallet and the platform. This is the second one, right? So this is actually done by a community member itself. This is all pulled from TZKT, as you see here. And this is also something that we're kind of looking for, which is how do we get the entire platform performance in a statistic format. This is all the sales that have happened. This is how, the monthly kind of the number of sales. This is in test and things like that. So any parameters that you would like to include or remove or whatever, this is public. This is not private. It's not ours. It was done by a community member. It is pulled directly from the chain. And this is again something that we would like to see as a statistics for the site as a whole. So those are basically these are the different examples of what's out there. And if this is something that we are kind of looking for in a solution as well, and you have the use case and the examples in the problem statement that Poovi would have, and she would be either sending it to you or you might already have it. So that is just the basic overview. I am open to any questions. So if you have any questions related to what you need, how do we get there, and all of that, I'm around. Poovi, that's over to you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Pradeep. That was indeed very much in detail. So, guys, I'll just we'll wait for 5 minutes. If you have any queries, questions, feel free to type in the chat box as well. I'm not sure if you can Sneha, do they have access to speak here in the main session?
Yeah, I think they should be having. If not, then they can, just raise their questions on the chat session.
Yeah, and one of the questions that I've got is what path should a beginner follow for the hackathon? If we get a rough idea, that would be great. So guys, if you are at a beginner level, no worries, because Tezos India has taken a lot of beginners to the advanced level, right? And right after this ceremony, this commencement ceremony, we will be sharing a lot of resources with you guys that would be focused specifically on learning how to develop on Tezos as soon as possible, right? We have created a lot of resources, a developer handbook, quick guide, and stuff like that. Moreover, we'll also connect you with a couple of mentors that can help you with the technical queries. And so, for example, start building, and in between you need ideas or you need to resolve your doubts. We'll be connecting you with the mentors, as well as I think Kalamin team will also be there for all the support. So for example, if you need to understand that whatever you're building is correct or not, so soon after this I'll take you through the entire this schedule and the plan, and probably that will give you more insight into it, and post that I think you can clarify more of your doubts. But for now, we have received one more question. We need to fetch data according to user's address, right? Yes, I think. Pradeep?
Yes, you're right. So there are two ways that that a user can actually connect to the marketplace. One is they can either create an account with us, and they have to connect their Tezos wallet, and that's where we know kind of their identity with their email address or whatever. But there is another way which you can still buy and sell and do auctions and everything without creating an account at all. So there the identity is only your wallet address. So that is why we say that it's easier for us to fetch all data only according to the user's wallet address. So it's like a one solution fits all.
Okay. Hope that answer your question. If we can have the contract address, we can look at how the data is structured and how we can fetch it.
Yep. I will be giving you the contract address. I mean, it's anyway public, but I'll kind of point you in the right direction.
Yeah, right.
What I suggest is right now I have just put in our Twitter handle. So when you come into Twitter, there is a Discord link that we have. Like it's on the bio itself. On the Discord channel, I will just add a hackathon. A channel on the Discord server. I'll add a hackathon channel. So if you have any further questions, even after this, right now, you can just come in there and I will get help for you.
Okay. And Pradeep, it would also be great if like you and your team for tech support can join Tezus India Discord, because there are a couple of students who have joined and been asking questions there, right? So we have a dedicated channel with Hackala Hackathon, right? We'll also put up another channel on our server for tech support, like, right? Kalamint Hackathon. Okay. All right. So, okay, Mihir, I think your question is clarified. Sneha has shared the link for Discord group. Guys, please join it. You will get all the announcements related to the hackathon there. Anything else? Anything else before we move on to the schedule? Hope the problem statement is clear to you. Even if you face any challenge after this, like when you start creating, you can definitely reach out to us, right? It's not like this is the last thing we've been telling you about it, right? So let me take you through the schedule. All right. How am I supposed to present, Sneha? Yes.
Okay, at the very bottom, you'll have this option, share screen.
Okay, why is it like? All right. Got it.
Okay.
Hold on, yeah. Do we have any other questions, guys? I'm just trying to show. Sneha, can you if you're able to do it, I mean, it's just asking me to give some access, so it'll take some time. Can you present your Notion doc? I'll just take
Of the hackathon, 1 second. Yeah.
All right. All right. Can you come down to the schedule directly? Perfect. Okay, guys. So today is the commencement, right? That is 29th September. Now, so after this, you guys will, I mean, we will be sharing a lot of resources with you, like right after this, wherein you will be shared with a lot of YouTube links that you can go through, then our developer handbook and stuff like that, right? You can just start your reading right away and try to understand, and also join our Discord group, because there's a lot of discussion that keep on happening there. So that will definitely help you. Then proposal submission. So what is it about? We will share with you all the sample proposal, right? So most of the candidates who go through our hackathons with a problem statement, we kind of ask you to create a proposal, first-hand proposal, right? Basis the problem and everything. And once you create this proposal, you are supposed to submit this proposal by 5th of October, right? Midnight. So once we'll have this proposal, Kalamin team and Tezus India will go through your proposals, and basis that we can suggest you a couple of improvements, right? And we can help you understand, maybe if your understanding of the problem is not correct, then probably you can be brought down onto the right direction, right path, right, before you start creating. That's where this proposal submission phase is very necessary. So once we go through your proposals, we will connect with you and let you know if your proposals need some kind of improvisation. And once we connect, we tell you that what are things you can improvise upon, and basis that you will start building from 10th of October. You have 10 days to develop this according to this problem statement, and the final submission will happen on 21st, that is 20th midnight, and result announcement on 24th. So we can probably have a demo PPT sort of a thing in between if required. Otherwise, I think we can take our decision like basis the solutions that you're going to submit. Any questions so far? Sample proposal we will share, resources we will share, but this proposal submission is very important to qualify for this hackathon. Yeah. Okay. Moving on, we'll also share this timeline with you on your email ID so that you are aware of what stage you are at. Yeah. Sneha, can you go down a little bit further? We can discuss. So guys, you're gonna get like you know I mean, amazing prizes, incentives for all the work that you're gonna do. First of all, I think the best thing that Pradeep has mentioned is that whatever work you're gonna do is something that you can actually see, right? It's gonna be live, and it's something that will be connected to Kalamint. Yeah. Then apart from that, the first prize winner will get $2,500. Second would get $1,500. Third prize will get $1,000. Then Tezos India will give bounty prizes for the best solutions, right? So I mean, we're not fixing it to for 1, 2, 3. If you like 4 good solutions, we're gonna give it to 4 of the solutions, right? Then NFT giveaways. I mean, Kalaman team will definitely give you a lot of NFTs and worth up to 100 days for each of the team members, right, who submits their proposals and give very good solutions. Then there's going to be NFT certificates for all the participants. Okay, all the participants who will come up to the proposal stage will get an NFT certificate from Kalamint team. You will get a hiring opportunity with Kalamint and Tezos India. Then of course Tezos swags, merchandising, etc. And finally follow-up grants. So you know that Tezos Foundation is running this EGG Ecosystem Growth Grants program, right? And Tezos India also shares some part of it. So good projects can be sent, I mean, can get follow-up grants to keep building upon their solutions, right? So these are the things, these are the rewards, and I think the schedule is also clear. Can you go back to the schedule page, Sneha, once again? Yeah. So this is how the schedule looks like. So guys, any question with regards to schedule and any doubt that you have right now, please feel free, right? I mean, we are happy to answer all your queries here. And if nothing, then you can definitely type in the chat box that you understood, right? That kind of gives us the satisfaction that we are able to communicate the message well. Can you guys at least type in that? Yeah. Thanks, Mithali, Nimish. Thank you.
Purvi, can I just add one thing about
Sure.
the prizes specifically?
Mhm.
Yeah, so basically what we are doing is we actually wanted to kind of do a kind of a certificate kind of a thing which you could perhaps use everywhere. But then we are actually going one step further. We have commissioned a couple of artists for this, and you're all going to be getting collectibles. Okay. Okay, so you can you can actually get these collectibles which you can sell on Kalamint itself. You know, it's like you get this for a specific the hackathon. You get a collectible which will kind of put it in your as a certificate as well. But these are not a certificate issued specifically for yourself, because that way you can't kind of resell or do whatever you want with it. So we're commissioning a set of collectibles just for this event, and that is what you're all going to be getting when you come to the proposal stage. That is one to each team member. So that's kind of the thing that we are already working on. The artists are already doing this, and that's what everybody will be getting.
Awesome. Thanks, Preeti. So, guys, we're glad that you were able to understand the problem statement and everything. So, I mean, irrespective of this, if you have like any query or anything, just reach out to on Discord. And guys, be very active there, because all the announcements and if there's any change in the schedule or anything will be posted there itself, right? Though you will get information or email IDs as well, but I think being active on Discord will also help you all to collaborate with each other and understand the problem better, right? But be very careful about the proposal submission timeline, because that is very essential for you to qualify for this hackathon for creating solutions, right? So I think if there's nothing else, we can close this call. And this is a recorded session. Sneha will post it on Discord right away. And Sneha, would you also share the sources that we've been sharing with all our participants for the hackathons on
Yeah,
Discord?
I'll share.
Maybe you can put up a channel, separate channel apart from announcements, and there you can put Hackala resource material. And guys, you can start reading through it, understanding and discuss it amongst yourself. If you need, we'll also add mentors to that channel, and please feel free to ask your queries, be it technical or anything. Yeah. Okay. So Pradeep, is there anything else that you would like to add? Otherwise, I think we're good to close this.
I think I'm good to go, Purvi. So anything else? I've created a Discord channel just for this. So anybody who wants to, pop by, and you can just join in the channel, and I will be there to help you. And of course, some of our team members will also be there to kind of help you on the go. So it's fine.
Awesome. All right. So thanks a lot, Pradeep. Thank you, Sneha, for scheduling this call. And thank you, everyone. Please feel free to share this, I mean, whatever we discussed today with other folks, right? And we'll share the recorded session very soon. Okay. Thank you, everyone. All the best.
Thank you, everyone. All the best.
Thanks, guys. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.